Hello Pally, I'm Maddie Drucker. Today is Wednesday, September 6th, and we have Healthcare Career Night, sports, and an interview with ASB coming up on today's episode. But first, today's Daily Pick was sent in by Ben Felter, who is needing some answers on how a dog wears pants. The image shows two dogs, one with pants on its hind legs, and one with pants on all of its legs. I think we do need some answers. Respond to the poll on our Twitter to determine how this dog should wear pants. Thanks for that, Ben. If you have a Twitter, make sure to cast your vote to help him out. The poll closes next Tuesday, so make sure to get your votes in. If you want your pick featured on the air, be sure to tweet at us at Pally InFocus. Here's today's campus bulletin. Stanford Healthcare Nursing Center Career Night takes place on Wednesday, September 27th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the Lycashing Center located on 291 Campus Drive. Students will have the opportunity to hear some of the best nurses in the Bay Area speak about their careers in nursing. There will be speakers from many different areas of nursing, as well as physical therapy and perioperative technologies. RSVP by September 18th, 2017 to the email address on your screen. Space is limited. Friday, September 15th is Club Day. An extended lunch schedule will be in effect to make time for checking out Pally clubs. Activities on the quad, free food, face paint, and much more. Make sure to come check out Pally's clubs. Clubs are also a great way to meet new people, build lasting friendships, and try new things. Isabel Harding is outside P8 with more information.
Thanks, Maddie. Clubs are great for all of that, but they're also great for students who want to be in a role of leadership. Students who would like to run a club need to turn in their applications by 3:30 tomorrow in room P8. Back to you in the studio. Thanks, Maddie.
Thanks, Isabel. Students wishing to apply for the President's Award and submit hours for senior transcripts, visit pally.net/community service for all info and directions. The deadline for seniors is this Friday, September 8th. For all other grades, it is Friday, September 22nd. Students and staff who are out of town or miss photo day can get their photos retaken. Retakes will take place next Tuesday and Wednesday during brunch, lunch, or your prep in the small gym. The fall sports season is in full swing. Finn Minuti joins us with more.
That's right, Maddie. Sports teams are getting into their seasons with games every week. Yesterday, the JV boys water polo team took on Monte Vista. They took home the W with a 12-1 win. Freshman goalie Spencer Suhu had an especially strong game. Unfortunately, no other scores were reported from yesterday's games. Teammates and coaches keep sending in emails with scores and standout players. Today, freshman volleyball has a home game against St. Ignatius at 4. JV volleyball faced the same opponent at home at 5, and varsity has their match versus St. Ignatius at 6:30. Make sure to show up to support your Vikes. That's all the sports news for today. Back to you, Maddie.
Thanks, Finn. Some students struggle with managing their stuff on C-Days. Noor has some hacks on how to make C-Days less of an inconvenience.
Sigh. Another C-Day. Another day full of carrying big, heavy books. Oh, and I'm falling. Okay.
Hey guys, Noor here from InFocus. Now, C-Days are some of the most dreaded days here at Pally. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love seeing all my teachers in one day, but carrying all the stuff around for my classes is not really the highlight of my day. So I'm going to teach you some tips and life hacks, if you will, for making C-Days a little more bearable. So tip number 1 is to bring a big old backpack to carry all of your stuff.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
Now this one is kind of obvious, but throwing all your stuff into that tiny little backpack of yours isn't really the best. You know, it might be cute and aesthetically pleasing, but it's not really helping. So just try to invest in a comfortable and practically sized backpack that will cater to your stylistic choices. Tip number 2 is to get a locker. Now honestly, getting a locker and transferring your stuff between breaks is really practical, and it is a great way to save your back and shoulders from a lot of aches. Now, you most likely did this in middle school, so, you know, helpful habits tend to stay. And you can get a locker from the auditor's office in the Tower building if you haven't already, and trust me, your back and shoulders will thank you. Number 3 is to have an efficient organizing system. I use a file case, and not only does it help reduce the amount of things that I have to carry, but it also saves my binders and notebooks and folders from falling apart and overflowing. So put things from old chapters, lessons, and units into the file case and label it to keep it organized, of course. And then keep all your things in a safe place so that you have everything handy for later in the school year. Now for this, make sure you're not putting away things that are important for referencing often for future times. Well, those are all my tips. So if you have any life hacks or tips that you'd like to share, send an email to bulletin@infocus.tv titled Pally Life Hacks, and I'd be happy to see what else I can share with you guys. Good luck with managing your stuffed Vikings, and remember to be mindful of your back and shoulders when carrying all your stuff around.
Next week, ASB has many events planned, including Pally's own spin on Coachella, Quadchella. Other events include an activity from Sources of Strength and Club Day on Friday. Noor Navade sits down with Shannon, who has more on what's to come next week.
Thanks, Maddie. Noor here with Shannon from ASB. So as some students may already know, next week is going to be filled with some awesome events during lunch. Can you share a little bit about what's going to happen next week?
Yeah, for sure. So next week is jam-packed with ASB hosted events. First, there's going to be Club Day on Friday. That's going to be during the extended lunch. So club applications are due tomorrow in the SAO and portable P8. So then there's going to be Quadchella. That's going to be happening throughout the week from Wednesday through Friday, where student performers will be performing and singing and doing all sorts of really cool things. And lastly, there's going to be the tailgate on Friday after school. That's going to be at 5 p.m. in front of the Peary Center.
That sounds so exciting. Could you share a little more about Quadchella?
Yeah, for sure. So it's Pally's first ever Quadchella, and there's going to be tons of fun activities on the quad, including henna. There's going to be tie-dyeing, splatter painting, and bubble blowing. So bring out your own t-shirts to tie-dye and bring a picnic blanket to sit on the quad and enjoy the 6 different Pally musicians that will be performing.
Awesome, that sounds so exciting. Could you share anything else about what's happening next week?
Actually, yes, I can. Next Friday after school is the first ever tailgate, and it's going to be in front of the Peary Center. The barbecue will be out, and volleyball nets will be out, and other fun games such as frisbee. There's going to be cornhole. There's going to be spike ball and face painting. That's going to be happening on the baseball field.
Ooh, well, that all sounds so exciting. I already know Quadchella is going to be amazing. Back to you, Maddie.
Thanks, Noor and Shannon. That does it for us today. Remember, you can get the latest news from InFocus anytime, anywhere by checking us out at www.infocusnews.tv, or find us at InFocus News on Instagram and Facebook, and follow us at Pally InFocus on Twitter and Snapchat. Until next time, have a great day, Pally.
Yes, please. But you might find out it'll go to your head when you write a report on a book you never read. With the snap of your fingers, you can make it bad. And that's what I said. Everything